Yeah, man. So, like, where's the fish at for Crawford? Because it's going to be expensive for Keith Thurman, whether you want to pay it or not. You don't want you only want to give Sean $1 million. Is Keith Thurman worth more to you than Sean?
Then who?
Is Keith Thurman worth more to you than Sean Porter?
No, I think they're worth the same. The
Wow.
only reason I like Thurman better is because Crawford uh, and Porter are friends.
Mm.
So they may be reluctant to fight each other, that kind of crap. But Thurman would be really acceptable, and we got to bring it in at the right price because hey, man, if I have no gate, right, what do I have?
Right.
I have what ESPN will pay me for the fight.
Mm-hmm. Well,
It's not a pay-per-view fight that's going to do any business.
Well, you still get your percentage from the fighter's gross, right?
Oh no, a
No,
manager does.
the manager.
Fighter does. Everything you pay the fighter is the fighter's,
Okay.
and whatever his deal with the manager is.
Okay, gotcha. We got our first question coming in, Bob. Deacon.
Hey, how y'all doing?
Hey, what's up?
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, very well. Go ahead.
How you doing, Bob? Mr. Bob?
Good.
Hey, I just want to let you know. I respect you a hell of a lot,
Thank you.
and I wouldn't be calling tonight if I didn't love Deontay Wilder so much. I have two little cousins. One was just murdered last night, and the other sister is hanging on for dear life. And so I'm calling anyway because I want to advocate for this brother, and I'm so glad that Fred posed the question to you and you answered it so correctly, and saying that the fans, who is the ones who make boxing would be nothing without the fans. So I don't know why Leonard Ellerbe would say something crazy like that, let you know that they really don't care about the fans. It's all about the dollar, so fans really don't really get the fights that we really want to see because they have an agenda and the fans don't count. And I'm glad to hear that you don't move like that.
Clear, because it's not true. I mean, it's crazy. The fans are everything. Without the fans, a sport is nothing, right? You could you go in a little gym someplace and beat the brains out of each other, and you don't get paid because there are no fans. So without fans, there's no boxing.
That's right. Absolutely correct.
Or football or anything, or football or basketball or whatever.
That's right. So in saying that, Bob, I want to make a plea to you, sir. And I know it's I know it's really not up to you, but I would ask for you, for the fans' sakes, to put your best foot forward for us and make this trilogy fight with Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury, to ask him to be to be honorable, to be a man and say to himself, you know what? Here's a man that reached out to me when I was down and gave me a chance. He gave me two fights, not just one fight. He gave me two fights. He could have just walked away with the draw and say, you know what? Maybe Tyson Fury's style is wrong for me. That's at least that's what Andre Ward tried to say.
I understand what you're saying, and I'm sympathetic to what you're saying. I really am.
Mm-hmm.
And because there's no question that Wilder gave Fury the opportunity in the first fight, and then from that we made the second fight. But the champion was Wilder going into that fight. All of that is true. But what happened is that Wilder opened his friggin' mouth, and with absolutely no basis in facts or anything, he pulled a Donald Trump, and he said that Fury had doctored his gloves, his own gloves, and put something in the glove, something that is impossible to have happened in Nevada. You can't do it because of the way the gloves are handled and so forth. And he called him a criminal, a cheat and a criminal. Now, just back up for a second. Realize who you're talking to. You're talking to Fury, who is, in essence, not essence, he is a gypsy. Now, the gypsies have had a whole experience where people call them cheats and crooks. And when I was growing up and you were playing with a kid and he did something that was wrong, that you felt he was cheating you, what did you say? That he gypped you. Gypped you. That's from gypsy. I don't know if you ever used that term.
Absolutely. I'm from the hood, Bob. We got all those terms.
Okay. So again, I would be happy to work out a deal, and I tried all Christmas and New Year's to work out a deal for Wilder, and he won't do it. And you know, I'm nobody's going to pay anything to see me fight Wilder.
Deacon,
I just wanted. I didn't want to interrupt him, so I'm trying to, make sure he make his full point before I speak. I don't want to talk over him, so that's why I'm pausing like I am.
Yeah, go ahead. Well,
yeah, you want to wrap it up, Deke? Go ahead. What's up?
Okay, no, okay. All I'm saying is, just even if you could, because I wait. The energy that that Tyson seems to put out, he seems to love the fans. So I would ask you to invite him to the barbershop to talk to the fan. Nobody's going to beat him up in words, and we're going to have a civil conversation and see if we could persuade him to forget about the words. Let's do this in the ring, mano a mano. You know what I mean? Just to honor the man that gave him 2 shots. That's all. Just to have him to come in and talk to us.
I know he will. I know Fury will. I just need you to push him a little bit for us, Bob.
But he's back in England now.
It don't matter.
And so the time is impossible.
No, Bob. We'll change the time, Bob. You push him a little bit, Bob. I appreciate you calling in, Deke.
Yes, sir. Hey, appreciate that, man.
But you can change the time.
Yeah, I can change the time. We'll get Fury in for sure. It's important because you got thousands of people listening to you right now. They love when you come on here because they love when you come on. Obviously, you love it too because you're sacrificing the evening of your time. So, and we're gracious. Tell me something.
Well, I'll talk to Tyson.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, we had Sugar Hill was on for 4 hours with us 3 weeks ago.
Good man, great trainer.
Yeah, good guy.
Just off the old block.
Yeah, it definitely worked out. Now, as it pertains to the word gypsy, and do you think fans have a right to question Fury because he's been caught before? He's been caught with the gloves against Christian Hammer. He's been caught PEDs. He's been caught in a lie with the boar meat. So that's why we just want one judge, no jury. Wilder Fury 3. You get what I'm saying? And
no, I really, again, I really am angry about that because in this generation, in this time, when we had a fucking president who never said a true word, lied to a bunch of wahoos from around the country who stormed the Capitol and killed five people, died. And you tell me that it's not important that somebody accuses somebody else of something that is a total fantasy. Now, if you have some evidence that somebody did something,
Sure.
and you have some concrete evidence that there was massive voter fraud, and you present that evidence, then you're entitled to say what you want to say, even if ultimately you end up to be wrong.
Gotcha.
But if there's absolutely something made out completely out of whole cloth, something that is impossible in Nevada to happen, then there is reason to be outraged.
Sure. Sure. Yeah, it's like a huge divide between, like obviously, I'm on the Wilder side, but I'm just saying it's just a huge divide in boxing as it pertains to Wilder, Fury. Some may say the count was too long and Fury won. Some may say Fury dominated him in 2. Some may say he cheated in 2. I mean, it's so many speculatory information.
No. See, that crosses the line.
Okay.
Everything else you said is okay.
Okay.
When you say he cheated in 2,
okay,
and you talk about that is as crazy a controversy as the QAnon people.
Okay. Yeah,
and you got to stop that shit.
Okay, I'm with you.
You got to stop that shit.
Yeah, we'll disagree. You got another caller, Bob, because you and I can have that conversation offline. What's up, Reg? Go ahead.